Hey everybody. Happy Friday. I see y'all coming in here. Hey Burner Girl. Hey Miss Kelsey. How you doing? Happy Friday. Let me say hi and come back. You better come back. Cause you ain't called me. Oh, you did try to call me back. Call me again. Not right now. um, hey Sam. Happy Friday. And I was talking to Erica, by the way, y'all. Hey Fifi. Happy Sunday, girl. I saw you had some pop up. I need to go check out. I saw some got an alert today. I don't know if it dropped today or yesterday, but I got an alert today. What up, Crafty? How you doing, sis? Happy Friday. I saw y'all at the crawfish kickback, having a good old time. I didn't even know it was coming up. Y'all know I don't be in these streets like I used to. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. Happy Friday. Hey, Mike. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, Miss Cassandra. Happy Friday. What up, Analytic? How you doing, sis? Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? How was y'all week? How are y'all doing? Did I say Sunday? Happy Friday. I might have said, y'all know I be. That's what happens when you have lives 2 times a week. What up, Rick Ross? How you doing, fam? Happy Friday. Where you been? Where you been? Hey, Miss Cheryl. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, Farmer Marshall. Happy Friday. How y'all doing? Y'all, this week, I'm not going first of all, it was a short work week. Y'all know that because I told y'all I was off Monday on Sunday. But it was a long week. You know, short weeks be the long week for a work week. I said Sunday. My bad, y'all. My bad. I sure didn't even catch it. Usually I do. Thank you. It's addressed. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. But it was a long work week, even though it was a short work week, if that makes sense. And it's the end of the month, so I have to close out the month. It's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing, y'all. I'm just saying. What up, Gorilla Rick? How you doing, fam? Happy Friday. I appreciate everybody popping in. Ain't nobody told me how y'all week was, though. I'm just saying. Some of y'all I've talked to during the week, but for those that I haven't. What up, Hutch? How you doing? Happy Friday. Hutch, how was the meetup? I ain't seen nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I ain't been in these streets. So you probably have talked about it. My bad. My bad. So I ain't even gonna come at you like that. On the men, dang, analytic. I hope you feel better, sis. These seasonal allergies been taking people down. I feel like I sound a little nasally myself, but I haven't really had any outside of a little bit of tickle in my throat and whatnot. I haven't had it like I used to in the past. I used to get it really bad. Oh, it ain't happened yet. 2 more weeks. Dang, I thought it had happened. I ain't even missed it. Headed to the bushes. All right, sis. I appreciate you. Up, I knew it. That's that upper respiratory be coming from. For me, it comes from that sinus drainage for the seasonal change. Typically takes me down every spring and fall, but here lately, quite honestly, and as much as people was like clowning people for those masks during the pandemic, that's when I stopped getting sick. I promise you, I stopped getting sick around that time. People was even saying like, I ain't heard you complain about being sick because it would take me down where I was just out of commission for days. And I don't wear them anymore, but I still don't get sick like I used to. But I don't be in these streets either. So I'm not peopling, I guess you could say. Doing good today was absolutely amusing. Bean Juice was in a play. Oh, I wish you did some video and send it to me. If you did, send it to me. If it'll let you, if it's not too big. Um, that is awesome. I who was I watching? Oh, it's he's a content creator on Well, he's probably all over the platforms, but I see him on Instagram, and I don't even remember his name. He's, if y'all know who I'm talking about, he always has the little fake wrapped up bodies in the background. They're wrapped up in like trash bags and tape, duct tape. His son was in a school play cutting up, but you know, just like kids do. He wasn't being bad. He was having a time. He was like, I know he just didn't. And then it clips to him doing whatever he said he know he didn't do. And then he was like, and then he did this. And it clips to the other part. He was like, yep, that's my son. But these kids, they be having me, most times I be in tears. Like when they sing together and do their little programs together, I'm like, oh, see, the analytics said the same thing. The math kept a lot. But then yesterday, Best Shit Journey's daughter graduated from high school, and y'all, her Dayton, Ohio auntie was not happy. I was not happy. I mean, very much not happy, to where I said a bad word in the text, the group text, because that's how unhappy I was. This so and so at the school who was saying the names of the children who were coming across that stage to get their diplomas was messing up all them kids' names. I said, did he even work at the school? Her name is Kanaya. Y'all hear us call her Naya a lot of times. You hear me say Naya a lot of times when she comes into my chat. And analytic, he gonna say, I think he called her Kenya. I said, and I almost cried because it was a live stream that we could watch, so we were able to watch it from home. I was going to go, but Naya literally called me like 2 months ago and asked me not to, not in a bad way. So Lydia, That's Your Journey, wanted to do a big graduation party for her. Naya did not want that. And so she called me and she was like, I know mama want to do this, but I don't want it. She's like, I don't want y'all to come all this way because I actually have other plans. I want to go do this thing with my friends. I was like, girl, say less. Do what you want to do. My feelings is not hurt. I will see you. It's all good. So anyway, guys, she's one of the first ones to walk the stage. Her last name starts with an A. So he says her name. Naya's like waiting there, waiting for them to say her name so she could walk across, get her diploma, shake hands, kiss babies, get off the stage. He says her name, and you see life deplete out of her face. I kid you not. And then she shakes her head, and she just walks across the stage, grabs her diploma, shakes their hand, and go off. You could see how much that took away from her. I was livid. I wasn't the only one. I'm sure Lydia and her husband were not happy. And Miss Felicia, F.R. Humphrey, was there. She was not happy. She was the person communicating back and forth with me through the group chat because Lydia was probably recording. And yeah. And then Tia was not happy. TT's Urban Paint. We were not happy, y'all. Anyway, what up, bro? Happy Friday. I was just analytic. I promise you that was me. I was on fire. And apparently somebody told her, which is fine. I'm sure that it was probably Miss Felicia told her I wasn't happy. So she ends up calling me. And I'm like, why is Maya calling me? And they were out to dinner at this point. And she's like, I said, I'm sure you heard I wasn't happy. She said, yeah, did you see my face? I said, I did. And that's why I wasn't happy. He stole your moment. You can't get it back. Like he ruined her moment. The moment she worked for, and I know it's not, for some people, it's like, it's not that. It is for these kids I know it was for me, like, well, actually, that's a lie. It wasn't for me. Because if my family didn't want me to be there, I could have cared less. I am that kind of person. I don't need all that. But I know that a lot of kids do. They want that recognition for all the work that they put in. And he took that from her. So, and it wasn't just her. He was tearing up names left and right. to a point where I finally could hear somebody in the background saying the names before he said it so he would say it right. If you know the names, get him off of that mic. Get him off of that. I know it was a lot of parents not happy because you record that moment as a memory sometimes, if you're a parent and family, friends, like her sister came in. I said drove in, she might have flew. I don't know. She came in. Her sister, her brother was there. Naya is the baby, but there's a huge age gap between her and her siblings. And so all her siblings came in most of her siblings came in to see it. And he ruined it. He ruined it. So that was me yesterday, being an upset auntie. I was mad. I was very upset. And I was kind of happy I wasn't there. I really am. Because I'm one of those people who have a hard time letting things go sometimes. I don't like seeing other people feeling disappointed in a moment. And that was not okay. Exactly. And not only that, Miss Cassandra, I asked Naya, I said, Naya, did this man work at the school? Because how come he didn't know y'all names? He said he should have known my name. And she said he wasn't one of her teachers, but one of her good friends was in his class, and she was always at his classroom because of that. So he talked to her all the time. Now, if he had never seen her name on paper, fine. My thing is, why didn't you skim through the names? Because some names be a little different. So why didn't you skim through the names and say, hey, I don't want to mess people's names up. What's this baby's name? What's this baby's name? That's what I promise you. That's what I would have done. Because I know sometimes y'all done seen the comedians who, do the little things about names, and they take regular names and make a joke out of, like Aaron, Aaron. I know y'all done heard the joke. So it's like they'll take a regular name and make a joke out of it. Like, I'm like, I just didn't like it. You know what broke? That's why I'm glad I wasn't there, because of that reason. Because I felt like if you worked at the school, it felt a little bit of intentional, and you took that moment. And it was the look on her face. Like, you saw it. You saw the disappointment. She shook her head in disappointment. I would not have been happy. Hey, Pepper Rookie, how you doing, fam? Happy Friday. They don't care. Yep. That is so true, Analytic. I was really hurt for her. I know how exciting that moment is for the kids. So I was really upset about it. Hey, fam, how you doing? Happy Friday. I was not happy. So yeah, but she graduated nonetheless. And look, they were out to dinner, I told you, when she called me. So I asked her, I'm like, where y'all at? And she said, at an Indian restaurant, about to have dinner. And she was saying her sister has started eating already. Her sister's pregnant with, I think, her 4th or 5th child. And she was like, yeah, I think she said Sissy already eating or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, what y'all doing afterwards? Y'all going home? And she said, well, they going home. And I said, where are you going? She said, love you, bye. And hung up on me. I was like, well, okay then, Naya. Yeah, but she got over it. She ended up enjoying her evening. If I think about it, you know what? I'm not stealing that from Liddy. I'll let her post it, because she took lots of pictures and she looks so beautiful. Girl, look, Analytic. When I tell you, I was on fire. I was like, it's a good thing I'm not here. Wasn't there. I haven't even talked to Lydia yet. That's how upset I was yesterday. I didn't want to make her upset, because I know she probably already was. So I didn't want to add fuel to the fire with my frustration with the situation. But I was like, it's so happy I was not there, because when I tell you, I would have needed to have a conversation with someone, because he was a teacher. He wasn't the principal. And usually not, because the principal and assistant are usually on the stage shaking hands. But whoever put him in charge of that should have made sure he knew those kids' names and he was gonna say them kids' names right. I mean, he was messing up all kind of babies' names. I was like, good Lord. Hi, Okie Roots. How you doing? Happy Friday. So y'all, we're gonna get past that. But just know if y'all see Beth Shed come in, congratulate her on Naya's graduation. She's graduating, y'all. So congratulate her on that. But today we're gonna be talking about preserving, y'all. So because I'm getting in the mindset of preserving. We already growing, most of us. Are y'all growing? Who's not growing that has a garden? Who is not that has a garden? Just asking. Because if you have a garden, you should be growing. Okay. It should be on and popping. Now, it's been raining here all week. And it's raining right now. And I'm over it. But it's been raining here all week, off and on last week. We just been getting a lot of rain here. So I know you are, fam. You said that, but you still won't show us any pictures or short or a video. Can we get anything? What up, Whiteside? How you doing, fam? Happy Friday. Can we get something? Oh, okay, bro. I saw the harvest, so I know you growing. I saw them potatoes. Yeah. I saw them. I saw the other stuff too, but the potatoes was out. They was pushing everything else to the side. You know I love potatoes, so there's that. What up, Mr. BS? Where you been? I waited to get it. I've been sitting here trying to, keep them entertained for the last 18 minutes and 16 seconds, waiting for you to get in because I didn't want you to miss nothing. So I done been telling stories and everything. Where you been? Why you late? I don't even understand. You know I got to give you a hard time because let me be late. I'll be killing me. But anyway, we are talking about preserving. How are y'all preserving these harvests? So if you saw earlier this week, I harvested garlic. It is curing in my basement on a rack. You're bad. What? You was trying to sleep? This ain't sleep time. This is Gina's lifetime. I'm just messing with you, fam. But I have that curing. I'm going to be doing a couple things with garlic. I am going to mint some and freeze it. And then I'm going to dehydrate in powder. And then I'll probably leave some whole. And I will also have some set aside that I will be planting in the fall for my next garlic harvest. So I have a lot of plans with it, but that garlic that I showed y'all, that's just from the community garden. I haven't even harvested the garlic that's growing here. So I have more garlic to come. It takes patience to say that. It does, my Renaissance grandma. Look, we're going to get Whiteside growing. What did he say? I don't know how to do it. I got you. I am so impatient with stuff to grow. Listen, but you know what? Then that's when we find the thing that you like to eat that you can grow without having to do a lot to it. There are some things that you can kind of set it and forget it type of situation. There's some foods that are like that, like potatoes. You plant them and then they do their job and you'll know when it's time and then you just harvest it. There's like not a whole lot of work to it. Hey Q, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday. So some of the ways that I will be preserving some of the things that I'm growing. So y'all know I'm growing tomatoes. And I'm just talking about this so that hopefully someone who's growing food who hasn't thought through the preservation part of it, because that's the hardest part to me. Growing it is work. Like tending to the garden, cleaning it, getting it ready to grow, that's work. Growing the food, work. But the hardest job of the whole thing for me is after you harvest, preserving. Because you can't, depending on how much you're growing, on the scale that I grow and some of us in the chat grow, we cannot eat that stuff fast enough. Hey Hudson, how you doing, sis? What up, L? How you doing? Happy Friday. What's the typical height you would allow tomatoes to grow before? I don't top mine off. Tell me more. Topping it off for doubling the output. I have never done that, but mine have gotten as tall as probably somewhere between 6 to 7 feet. They've gotten long. They've gotten tall, but I've never done that. Interesting. Yes, Fifi. So I just she's agreeing that the toughest part is the preservation, because trust me, it's all work. Except for the harvest. The harvest is fun. It's work, but it's fun to me a little bit because it's the satisfaction of seeing with all your work come to fruition. But child, getting that stuff preserved in whatever way you're going to do it, whether you're drying it out, like dehydrating it, freeze drying it, canning it, work in the amount, if you're growing at a larger scale, meaning most of us try to grow enough to last us throughout until we are able to harvest again and preserve again. A lot of us do that. So that's why I wanted to talk about this and some of the ways that we're preserving, so that it might give you some ideas of things that you can do with the things that you're growing. You need tomato seeds. What do you recommend I buy? Where do I recommend you buy them from? Because you seem very secretive, Mr. BS, because I don't notice you've given your information out to anyone to send you stuff. But if you would like me to send you some, I could. But seeds. At this juncture, you're probably going to be finding them mostly at like your big box stores. So Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, stuff like that. If you get them early enough in the season, you can find them at the Dollar Tree or Dollar General. You might find stragglers, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so at this point. I think you're going to be looking at the big box stores, or you can go to online places. But why do you want to wait for something to get shipped to you at this point? I probably would go to the big box store. You're not going to save enough in my opinion, to go through the online companies. I saw 2 flowers. Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Miss Cheryl. Hey, Frugal Mama, how you doing? Happy Friday. You haven't been around, Elle? That's all right. You could be busy. It's okay. We understand. With the scale that I grow, I have to preserve. Yes, so much volume. Absolutely. Absolutely, fam. Topping stops it from growing up. It makes them. When do you? So tell me, when do you do? Does anybody else do that? Answer me that. Riddle me that. You don't top yours either, bro. Riddle me that. Does anybody else top? Do you, Fifi? Miss Cheryl? My Renaissance grandma? I'm just asking for ish and giggles. Bam. Miss Cassandra. Any of y'all do that? You know what? Okay, this is probably going to be my issue with that though, Elle. I try to keep a lot of airflow going with my tomatoes. So I cut off a lot of those limbs that are unnecessary. For 2 reasons: airflow, and also because I need to see what's happening. If there's a bug on my plant, I need to see it before it sees me. Okay, or before it touches me. That part. I'm just saying. So yeah. Yeah, I'm getting there. I promise. I just want to catch up. Yeah, this is weird. Hold on a second. That was weird. Never mind. Um, I was getting a phone call and that was weird. Hey, Miss Native, how you doing? So I'm just gonna get into what how I'm preserving some of the stuff. I just didn't want to miss the comment in regards to the topping of the plant, of how big you let it get before you do so. I do that with my peppers though. I do top my peppers very small, like I don't even know if I let them get a foot, maybe a foot, and I'll top them so they bush and so they get more bushy and they set off extra plants to so it's a bigger plant. I do that, but I've never done it with my tomatoes. Anyway, um I take hey Urban, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday. Um you've been dropping seeds all week, Miss Native. I know that's right. I haven't been able to do anything too much this week because it's been raining all week. But with tomatoes, the what I usually do to start off with tomatoes, because typically I am harvesting them, but of course I'm not harvesting them in a volume that I'm going to preserve them in. So I usually will harvest, wash them off, throw them in a gallon freezer bag, throw them in my freezer, and I will keep doing that until the season's over, except for the ones that I'm going to eat fresh. But the ones that I plan on preserving, or I know I'm not going to get to eat them while they're fresh, they go in the freezer. And at the end of the season, I get all those tomatoes. I have a huge electric roasting pan. I throw all of them in there and I literally turn it on a low setting. I will let them cook down in there for days, like a couple days easily. I don't care. I'll check on them. I'll stir them. I want them to get a certain thickness. It depends on what I'm doing. So this year I'm gonna be doing some different stuff. But usually when I do my salsa or my pasta sauce, this is what I do because those are the things that I typically will can up most regularly from my from from my what am I thinking? From my harvest. So I will freeze them until I'm ready to do whatever I'm gonna do with them. So if I do my pasta sauce, I would throw a bunch of them in there, let them cook down, stir them every so often. I'll check on them. I have literally let them go 2 full days before because I like my pasta sauce kind of thick. And then I'll add my bell peppers and onions because when the season ends, one way that I preserve my bell peppers and onions is I will chop them up, and some of them I will slice, and then I put them in vacuum seal bags or freezer bags, and then I freeze them. And then all I have to do is dump them into whatever I'm cooking, or take some out and put them into things that I'm cooking. You could also dehydrate them if you wanted to, or freeze dry them, but I freeze it. And so I will dump peppers, onions in there. I grow basil. I will throw, I use the Mrs. Wages spaghetti packet. I use that in mine. So I will put that in there and I would just let it simmer with all that in there. And then I take my immersion blender because I don't like chunky pasta sauce personally. I don't mind it that much, but it's not my preference. I'll take my immersion blender and then blend everything together. Because if you haven't heard yet, you didn't hear me say anything about blending those tomatoes yet. Everything gets blended at that time. Okay. So I blend it all down and smooth it out, the tomatoes, the peppers, the onion, everything that's in there. And then I will jar it up and can it. I actually will share that process this year of how I preserve those things as we go through that process. Same thing with salsa. I add my hot peppers, sweet peppers, whatever I'm putting in it. I do a peach salsa, I do a regular salsa, I do a couple of different ones. This year, I want to do tomato paste. So I will actually let that cook down even further, the tomatoes. I won't be adding anything to it. It will just be the tomatoes. I will let them cook down until the desired thickness that I want for my paste, and then I'm going to can that up. I'm also going to do diced tomatoes. Now those, if I get a decent amount harvest, I will do those fresh and can them, if you know what I mean. So I'll dice them up when they're fresh instead of freezing them and can it up. And even if I had to do them in small batches until I get them all canned up, I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as it goes. But like I said, I will share that as I go. But those are a couple of the ways that I plan on preserving my tomatoes this year. The other thing I want to try, and if anybody's tried it and they have a recipe on their channel, please let me know. But I want to try to make my own ketchup. Last year, I made my own barbecue sauce and I made hot sauce. I did that the year before too, the hot sauce. But last year, I made barbecue sauce. This year, I want to try my hand at ketchup. So let me know if you tried that. You don't top yours either, Oki? I never done it. I do cut the runners, and I do cut some of the limbs that aren't going to produce fruit. They're just kind of in the way to me. I cut those off too. But yeah, you top yours, Miss Native? I've never done that. You have, Carbon? I do it only when I start early indoors. Okay. See, I've never done it. So Fifi has. Choose your variety carefully. As far as what, tomatoes? Child. Why you say that? Because I will try a variety in a minute. Hey Ro, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday. Dropping in to say hi and show support. I appreciate you. Have fun at the concert. I don't use the top peppers, but notice one pepper plant that I actually broke. Yep, last year. They do better. Yep, that's why I do it. I saw it somewhere and I was like, and I don't cut it really. I just pinch off that top. That's all I do. Is pinch it off. So yeah. Hey G Mama, how you doing? Happy Friday. So the ways that I usually preserve my peppers. So my sweet peppers, I told you guys I will chop them up and put them in bags and freeze them, or vacuum seal it because I have a vacuum sealer. And I also slice some because if I want to do fajitas or something, then I have them sliced instead of diced up, like fajitas or cheesesteaks or whatever. You have them sliced up instead. So I do that and then I freeze them that way. I also use my peppers, my sweet peppers, and my pepper jelly. So that's another way that I use my peppers from my harvest. I use hot and sweet for my pepper jelly. My hot peppers, I will usually pickle some of them, my jalapenos anyway. I pickle those, I candy those. I like the cowboy candy. And I use it in my jellies, my pepper jelly. And I also do the watermelon jelly that I put peppers in, the jalapenos. And I also dehydrate them and make pepper flakes because I like pepper flakes on my food. So I will mix all my hot pepper varieties into that. So that is some of the ways that I currently preserve my pepper plants. And my cayenne pepper, I will make my hot sauce with. And then after I have, because usually I cook down, I don't remember, but I think I did do a video on how I made my hot sauce last year. But if I didn't, I will definitely do it this year. But after I cook down the peppers, I just kind of boil them in vinegar. I think it's just vinegar, actually. I was going to say vinegar and water, but I think it's just vinegar. And then once they get like a softness to it, I blend it. I take the peppers out and blend it. And with the vinegar, and then I strain it. And then all you get is the hot sauce, and the pulp of it is strained away from it. I take the pulp and put it in my dehydrator and make cayenne pepper and put it into a jar. And then I take the liquid part of it and put it back on the stove and let it cook until it's the thickness that I like for my hot sauce. I just let it cook down. So that's what I do with my cayenne. I also grow scotch bonnets, and I will use those for, I use those in my pepper flakes. I use them in my jellies. I use it to cook with. Um, so I use it for different stuff. And this year, and I also think I did the peach rush, if I'm not mistaken. And I like that one in my salsa. I put on my raincoat and my boots. Oh, you were out there in the rain dropping seeds. I see you. Okay. So that's some of the ways that I currently preserve my peppers. If y'all have some suggestions, please tell me, because I think that sometimes I don't think of all the ways that I can be preserving certain things. So I want to um, I want to be making sure I am considering all the things that we use on a daily that I don't think about until I use it, maybe. And then I'm like, just like last year, it was the diced tomatoes and the tomato paste. That's why that's on the list this year, because I didn't think about that. And so I did not have any preserve. Yeah. So we're going to preserve that this year. So if y'all can share what y'all be preserving, how y'all preserve your tomatoes, if it's something different than I mentioned that I might be interested in doing myself, please do mention it in the chat. You have a question. Has anyone made different colored tomato sauces? I haven't, but I do use different colored tomatoes in my sauce. They're not all reds. So I just throw in everything. If I have slicers that I did not use, you enjoy chunky G Mama, so does Tia, TT's Urban Pantry. We are so different in that because she likes chunky salsa too. I prefer the smooth. But yeah, I throw everything in there. So my jubilees, my golden jubilees, all that gets put in there, but it doesn't make it golden yellow. It's just still red. So yeah. Oh, you grew some white ones and orange tomatoes, but ate them all. My favorite is that golden jubilee right now. Like I eat a lot of those fresh. I like different textures from canned tomatoes. Yeah, I throw them all in. I don't just do pasting. I grow a lot of pasting tomatoes, but I don't only have those in my sauces. My sauces have whatever I grow that I don't get to eat fresh. You're calling dibs on the jar from your first batch of pepper jelly. I know that's right, son. Nashura, you need to make a video on that? That's what you need to do. I've never needed to top mine. They don't get that tall, or you just let them grow as big as they will. I plan on trying to make ketchup this year. Me too, Miss Native. And I'm gonna share it with y'all when I do it, but don't be laughing if it don't work out. Hey Sylvia, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday. Hey Veggie, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday. Don't y'all be laughing when it don't work out. Y'all just tell me, y'all give me encouragement. That's what y'all do. For peppers, I do dehydration or freeze them. Okay. If you do the dehydration, do you just keep them in a mason jar, like on your counter, and then rehydrate them when you need them? I can do that. I actually thought about doing that with a lot of veggies, just having some of them dehydrated on the shelf. That because I think I want to do some dry soups as well in jars with dehydrated veggies. I want to do that as well. Like a chicken noodle. Well, not even chicken noodle, like a veggie, I guess you could say, because I don't know if I want to be dehydrating no chicken. My cucumbers are growing like crazy. Mine ain't started yet, L. the plants are out there, but it's still like today's high was 69. This was our warmest day this week because, Ohio. Hashtag watermelon 2025. I know that's right. Strawberries just flowered. I've been getting strawberries though. Grape tomatoes are springing out. Beefsteak tomatoes are growing nice, insanely nice. Everything seems to be doing good. I love it. I freeze to put in dishes. That's what I do, Hudson. This is really good. Ideas, cooking it down. Yep. That's what I do to get the sauce, the consistency that I prefer for my pasta sauce and for my salsa. And that's my plan for the tomato paste. That's all you do. You're cooking the water out of it to thicken it up. That's all the paste is. That's all it is. So we will be doing that. We grow hot peppers for hubby and the chickens. Okay. I will be using the cayenne peppers. Will be used for payment. Oh, I never thought about doing that. You don't like eating hot peppers? I like them. Sauce reduction, correct. Can make a good pasta sauce. Absolutely. You made yellow tomato sauce. Nice. That was amazing. It's on my channel. There you go. Yellow tomato sauce, Miss Cheryl. I do make stuffed peppers. I do breadcrumbs, then freeze them. Awesome. Now, I meal prep. So doing stuffed peppers, that would be like a meal prep thing for me. But I don't meal prep them. But I would. I meal prep lasagna. I meal prep meatloaves. I meal prep meatballs, burgers, just cooked up ground beef. I prep so that it makes it easier to make certain meals like tacos or spaghetti or whatever. I don't have to cook it, the meat at the time. It's already cooked and froze in quantities that I think I will need for my dish. But yeah, I will meal prep things like that. Hey, Crack Shot, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, Mama Shirley, happy Friday. Yes, y'all, I was behind. So if y'all like, she way behind. I am. Wish we could all cook together. Wouldn't that be great? That would be cool. It's hard to do though. No, you're fine, Miss Native. You see, I said it. I knew what you were saying. If you need some pointers on the ketchup, okay, all right, I'll hit you up. I want to try dehydrating tomatoes, like sliced. Like how, Stacy? And what are you using it for? Are you just going to dehydrate it to rehydrate it when you need to use it? Let me know what your thought process is in that, because that might be. Let me know what you're thinking there, and so I can see if it's something I might need to get in on. I never thought about like dehydrating tomatoes. So let me know what you're thinking there. I have a gallon bag of the hottest jalapenos I've ever grown and don't know what to do with them. Any suggestions? So I'm okay. My suggestions are going to be coming from the fact that I'm going to assume that you like hot stuff. You can do hot sauce with it. You can do a jalapeno hot sauce. You can do a batch of salsa and just put it in some tomatoes. Now you said you have a big bag, so you're going to be doing a lot of stuff with it in my mind, because I don't put that many in my salsa. No bag full. If you like pepper flakes, you could, but I think it just would take forever to dehydrate something you froze. That's where my brain went with that. Why I said, well, I don't know that you couldn't still pickle them after freezing them. Or maybe not pickle them, but what's the other process? What's the other one that like what you do with kombucha? Not pickling, it's fermenting. You could ferment them, I would think. I haven't had fermented peppers, but I'm sure you could do that. Yes, dehydrated foods are in jars. Yes, I have lid sucker. I do have that on my what's that vacuum sealer? It has the attachment. I have that. Nice. It only got to 64 here. Well, we got just a tinge warmer, Mama Shirley. Just a tinge. I really want to get a free man. Listen, crack shot. Your girl's working on it, but she don't want to buy it, so she's working on something else. Okay. Cause listen, cause I was looking at the prices and I'm like, but I want one. I do. So I'm seeing about getting a few things that we'll see if some things can come through. We gonna see. We trying, but I got you. Look, I'm with you on that. I want one too. Um, I shared the process of making my lemon box tomato sauce. It was a good. It was too good not to share it. Awesome. I have some poppers made. Nice. That is how many I have. Nice. I know what you mean. I have peppers froze in my freezer as well. I have some that I actually chopped up so that if I make salsa, all I have to do is dump it with the tomatoes. I don't have to worry about that part. And then I have some that I froze whole. I have no idea what I'm going to do with those, but yeah, I do. I have both. I'm with you. This is such a timely topic because sometimes people don't, yes, realize the work really begins when you harvest. Absolutely, your produce, and the best, and it's best to preserve when freshly harvested. I agree. It's harder for me to preserve tomatoes then. That's why I freeze them until I can do whatever I'm going to do with them, because I don't know why. And although I plant all the plants around the same time, they don't. The production of them is not always the same. However, I'm growing all my tomatoes at the community garden this year, so we'll see how much different they grow there than they usually grow in my backyard. That could be the key. We'll see. But yes, absolutely. I agree with that, Fifi. And that's why I wanted to have the conversation because look, I told you I'm serious about this. I am producing with purpose. I will be preserving with purpose. We doing everything with purpose. We are not just like I have found for me, and it could be for others as well, that the importance of having a plan for what you're going to do with those foods that you grow. And previously, because of the scale that I used to grow on, doing some pasta sauce and salsa was just fine. But now I think further, I think into the things that I use on a regular. So I use diced tomatoes. I want to do my own rotel. So I'm going to be doing that with some jalapenos and some tomatoes. So that's another thing. I just thought about that one. I will be doing my own rotel, but I also will just be doing some canned diced tomatoes. I might even add a little basil, garlic, and onion in with the diced tomatoes because those I think those are good for when I'm making a chili or something. But those are just ideas, and that's why I wanted to have the conversation because I'm like sometimes I think I'm not the only. I know I'm not the only person who doesn't think about those things until you have to go to the store and you're like, you know what? I could have did this myself. Why am I buying this? That was me. That was me when I had to buy tomato paste and diced tomatoes. And I don't want that to be me anymore. So that's why I am looking at this differently. When y'all make the ketchup videos, please absolutely Miss Nada. What up, Blossom? How you doing, fam? Happy Friday. Came in late, but I'm here supporting. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Dehydrate sliced tomatoes into a powder and rehydrate to use Really? Really? So instead of using tomato paste, I could just powder it and just use it that way, and it will thicken it up, just adding it to the sauce, the powder. I never thought of that. It makes sense, but I never thought of it. Thank you, veggie. Y'all hear that? Dehydrating it, powdering it. That's actually a very good way to also have some. That's a good backup too. Like I might still do some. Well, I ain't gonna say my. I am still gonna do some where I'm gonna can it as paste, but that's a good backup to have if I ran out of paste. So I'm gonna do both because I'm growing a lot of tomatoes. I have a lot of tomatoes out there. So I think I have 10 Roma plants, and that's just the Romas. So I'm not Romas, San Marzanos. So yeah, yeah. I like a fire roasted salsa too. I haven't done one yet though. Maybe I'll do one this year. Though that's pretty easy to do. I maybe I'll do one this year. I like fire roasted. For your encouragement, I love it. Yes, fermentation. I was trying to think of the word. Get some good spicy kombucha. I never done a spicy one, but I made my own kombucha many times. Crack shot. It ain't no kombucha like the one you make yourself. Actually, you know that with all the stuff that we're growing and we make stuff from, it tastes so much better. But the kombucha, yeah, I was on a kombucha kick for a long time when I first started making my own. My main varieties to preserve are paste tomatoes, yes, like Amish paste, Roma, Jersey Devil. They have the lower water content, yes. I grow other varieties to eat fresh. I grow my slicers to eat fresh, but I can never get through all of them. That's why some of them get frozen and thrown into my sauces. Because I'm one thing I'm not gonna do is let them go to waste. But now that Veggie said that I might take some of my slicers and dehydrate them as they're if I'm getting too many at once and I can't get through all of them and start just putting them into a jar until it's full, possibly. Because I have a lot of pasting tomato plants. And I say a lot because I still have quite a bit of salsa and pasta sauce from last season. So those don't need to be made at the same level as I did last year. Because first in, first out. So the new ones will be ones that I will have later on. So at least that's how I, do my thing. Yes, they are spendy. Crack shot. Each, but I want one so bad. If I got a couple jars left from last year's pickled peppers, are they still? Absolutely. 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 I'm out of both. I'm out of pickled peppers and cowboy candy. Houseway. It won't happen again. I promise you that. That's how many jalapeno plants I planted. I planted. How many jalapeno plants did you plant, Gina? It won't happen again. That's how many. That's how many. Because y'all, I am feeling some kind of way being out of both of those. Okay. We hot 80 today. That's not bad. That's not bad. Hopefully, I have a discount code coming. Bro, don't make me fight you. I'm planning on dehydrating tomatoes, rehydrate to make the slice. Oh, on bread and cheese. Nice. So you like a good tomato sandwich. I'm not a fan. I won't say I'm not a fan. I just never had it and it was never a thing for me. But I'm not a big sandwich person either. Wonder how hard it is to grow cilantro in the summer. It I don't think it likes it, but if it's cool where you're at, or you can grow it indoors. I don't think it's hard, and it's not. It's a very nice size seed, so it's not one of them tiny ones. I don't think cilantro is hard. Um, he said a discount code on the freeze dryer, Miss Cheryl. He probably said by now because I'm so far behind, but If you freeze it fresh. Yes, I do freeze it fresh. Everything with purpose, G Mama. 1000%. Um, we will be dehydrating more this year. Me too. We lost a lot of freezer item a couple months ago. That's why I like the thought of both, Miss Native. That's why I said I will still like I like the thought of having different versions of things. So having it froze, having it canned, having it dehydrated. I like the thought of having that because I have options if for whatever reason that I might need them. So yeah, so we bought another tall and bigger freezer. Yes. Now we have two, can afford to lose my homegrown goodies. Absolutely. I have so I had my fridge in the basement, my upright freezer in the basement, and then my, of course, fridge upstairs. And then, like a year ago, my daughter moved into her first house. So I gave her my fridge from the basement. Well, she just moved to another city. So she brought my fridge back. So I now have my fridge back in the freezer. I mean, in the freezer, in the basement. So I have that freezer, my upright freezer, which is very big. And then I have, the freezer for the one upstairs. But the stuff upstairs is like everyday eating stuff. Usually I have some of my frozen harvest in the freezer downstairs, the fridge freezer. And then my upright freezer has some of it, but it also has like stuff that I try to keep a lot of on hand for like my meats, my chicken, my beef, and stuff like that. It has a lot of that in there. So yeah, but ain't nothing like having a good, nice, big upright freezer. Even if you have the chest one, I'm not a fan because I think things get lost in there. I've seen people organize them perfectly, but it would start off that way for me. But then when I get busy, stuff would just start getting thrown in there, and I don't have time to be doing all that extra stuff. And now I'm frustrated because now my stuff is out of order. So in the upright, it's right there. It's just sliding. It's just right there. So yeah, Rotel is a good idea. Yep, because I use it. So I haven't had Rotel yesterday. Really, G Mama? I have. I like it in my chili. I was excited to have extra freezer space. Absolutely. Ain't nothing like it. You go to a farmer's market early on Saturdays, skip the stuff in the store if possible. Absolutely avoid the what? Oh, carcinogens. They are required to spray. Absolutely. Absolutely, L. Dehydrated cucumbers. I didn't think about that. Thank y'all for these ideas. I appreciate y'all dropping this stuff in the chat because you're helping. Seriously. Because cucumbers is definitely a thing that I can never get through all of them. I pickle some of them, but there's only so many jars of pickles you can have, y'all. There's so many jars. And I don't eat pickles like that. My oldest does, so she'll come get some, but I don't eat them like that. So I'm enjoying these. Hey Cheryl T, how you doing? Happy Friday. I appreciate you popping in. Yes, I like that, Miss Native. Thank you for sharing that. I have 28 tomato plants. Totally, I don't know how many I have. I just have 10 of the San Marzano. So I'm just saying. And that's just right now. I might end up adding to it. I don't know. We gonna because I told you I want to do the paste. So yeah, I just want to make sure I have. But you know what? Last year, my I did Romas last year. Those plants were easily 6 foot or taller. They were big. Can you smoke tomatoes then make sauce? Absolutely, absolutely, Peppa. Is there anything that can't be smoked? Absolutely, Elle. Absolutely, that part. What Elle said. um, but yeah. Look, everybody like, yep, yep, yep. That apple pie filling is. Did I send you some, Hudson, or you made it? Did you make some, or did I send you some? Need to make some pear butter. Yum. I was just talking about apple butter, and I don't think my trees are going to produce apples, but not enough for me to do what I want to do. So I'm gonna see if I can find like an orchard that does like apple picking, and go get apples. I want to do more apple butter, and I have found that I prefer apple butter from fresh apples than from applesauce because you can cheat and do it with applesauce, and I prefer it with fresh apples. Hey, Precious, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday, girl. Don't be sorry you here. I appreciate you. Another thing I'm working on is to not germinate too many seeds. So Fifi, this is what I think you were saying because this is me. So she said another thing she's working on. I'm gonna put it on the screen because listen is to not germinate too many seeds because the harvest be overwhelming. Honestly, the only reason the harvest be overwhelming is because if the seed germinates, we gonna plant that seedling. Okay, that seedling is gonna find a spot in the garden. We are no seedling. We are not broke farm around here. No seedling will be left behind. We ain't pinching off. No seedling is left behind. And this is what I think she is saying because this is so me. This is why I tried this year not to drop too many seeds because I know I will find a spot. And now I have 20 San Marzanos instead of 10. I promise you, it happens every time. And I'd be like, no, if I get 3 to germinate, we just gonna keep it, ain't gonna happen. Everybody's gonna have a spot. We make a place for all the children. It ain't just you, Fifi. Listen, and tell me if I'm wrong with what I just said you were saying. Because, girl, that is me. I'm like that with lavender this season. Listen, it's everywhere. I know that's right. I'm like that with everything. Hey, Big Dog Reg, how you doing, fam? Happy Friday. How you been? I ain't seen you in these streets, fam. You must have been working hard. Have me a nice green tea. I saw Pepper. I saw it. I synced it. I synced it. Overwhelming harvest. I wish I had that problem. Really, L. Listen, I do. I do. Child. I planted today and my phone didn't. Oh, I'm so upset. It was a lot of work. I would be upset too. I have done that before, though. I'm not gonna lie. Been there. Definitely have done that before. I'm sorry. Yes. Listen, Blossom said that happened to him last week. I've been there. Hey T Nog, how you doing? Happy Friday. I'm cooking, but I'm listening. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I promise. Cucumber chips are the best snack. I've never had them. You mean dried? Now I've had cucumber sliced. I could just slice a cucumber and eat it. It's delicious. But as far as dehydrated, I haven't had that. I pickle my cubes and plan on eating some. Yep, a few days each week. I have to eat better and eat from the garden more. I agree with that. Precious, I actually pickle them and I eat them fresh. I love cucumbers. I can eat them by themselves, or I can cut them up, put them in a salad or something. But I can never get through all my cucumbers. You, girl, you doing it. I still be struggling. So I'm definitely going to be looking at possibly dehydrating some. Blend cucumbers, lemon and ginger, great drink. Yes, I do juice cucumbers. I do juice them. I juice cucumbers. I like to do it with cucumbers, kale, celery, And then I usually would do like apple and ginger. And I like that. I wouldn't mind lemon either, but I usually just have apple, ginger, kale, cucumber, celery. And I'll throw some carrots in there, different stuff. I like juicing. So yeah, I can definitely see blending it into a good drink. Definitely can see that, Cheryl T. Dehydrated cucumber. I need to try that. Listen, Sylvia, I'm with you. I'm giving them. I do the same thing. I take them to work and just lay them out in our break room, and then they take them. And I don't want to do it, but I'd be like, I don't want it to go bad either. I want it to get eaten. I'm glad the basement pros got the footage back. You are terrible. You was bogus for that. You Hey Thomas, how you doing? Happy Friday. It was fun. Got to get dinner going. Okay, El, I appreciate you stopping in. We making you hungry? I know that's right. And I haven't had dinner either, so probably after this live, your girl gonna be getting something. I'm probably gonna order something, but we're not gonna talk about it. Don't say nothing. Just act like I didn't say it. Just act like I didn't say nothing. Hey, Miss Who Riding? Hey, sis. Soon, countdown. Less than a week. I will see you, girl. Less than a week. You did apple butter once, and I love it. I love it, Precious. And I'm telling you, it's so much better with the fresh apple. The consistency comes out better to me. I've done both versions, and I prefer doing it with the fresh apples. So we're gonna figure that out because I want to put some. I want to can some. I want to have some on shelf. I did peach butter too. I actually still have. Okay, this. Can y'all help me with this? Seriously, this is real serious. I have 2 gallon size, maybe even 3. I can't remember, 2 or 3 gallon size bags of peaches, fresh peaches that I got last year from the peach truck. That are sliced up. They're peeled and sliced, and I froze them because I had already made peach butter. I still have peach butter. I had already made my peach barbecue sauce and my peach salsa. What can I do? What else can I do with those peaches? What other I don't want to just can peaches. So is there any other thing that you can think of that you would do preserving those peaches? For now, they're just going to stay frozen. And they might end up turning into a next batch of one of those things I mentioned. But if there's something else out there I haven't thought of, I would like to try it. County Line Orchard, and we can meet up with all the Indiana gardeners there. Where I'm gonna have to look, we'll talk some. We'll talk because that might happen. Seriously, that might happen. Um, I was about to say, oh yeah, I done caught up. I just made apple. I saw Hudson. I saw that. I made some of that on accident, girl, a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was so good. We were making different jellies and jams with Tia, and I was like, I think I want to do an apple pie jelly, and I think that's what I called it, like cinnamon apple jelly or something like that. It was amazing. So it wasn't an apple pie filling; it was actually a jelly, but it was so good. But it's almost the same. It's just thicker because it's jelly. That's right. No sealing stuff out. I knew that's what you meant, Fee. I knew that's what you meant, girl. Because that is me all day. And I'd be like, when it comes time to harvest that stuff, I'd be like, good Lord. It is hard to throw them away, Peppa. Hey, Pink Hibiscus, how you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome in. No such thing as too many. Yes, it is, Miss Native. When you got to harvest and preserve, it ain't when you're doing it, but when you got to preserve, the harvesting is not the hard part. Honestly, I don't think that. After you harvest, you got to do something with the harvest. That's the hard part. But I don't want to give it away. Now I have given seedlings away. Okay, I see what you're saying. I've given seedlings away if people need them, but they gonna have a home. That's what I mean. But most times they be in my yard. I overplanted this year. I only wanted 14 tomato plants. Listen, Precious. Y'all know last year I had over 50 pepper plants. I do not promise that that's not the number. I don't think it is. I don't know how many pepper plants I have this year, but I don't think it's that many. But I think I still have 25 or better, and I wasn't supposed to. But again, no seedling left behind. So here we are. Here we are. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hey, it's the Y for me. How you doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, I promise y'all I'm so close. I could taste it, but I ain't. But when they don't germinate, then you like them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My seed is off. I like that veggie. That's why I started laughing out the door. My seed math is off. If I need one plant, I plant 4 seeds. Facts. And then struggle to let the others go. That's the problem. We all on the same math. We all took the same class. Same math, same class. I'm just saying. Look, Sylvia, like I do the same thing. Same math, same class. I slice cucumbers, season them. Yeah. Yes, into the freeze dryer. See, you got that freeze dry. Y'all know Pepper got a freeze dry. I'd be so jelly. Yes, I do juice my cucumbers, Sylvia. Oh, you know I do a cucumber salad. I can't wait till I have my own cucumbers out the garden to do that one that I did the video for. It was good with the English cucumbers that I got from the store, but y'all know they ain't taste like. Stop playing with me. It's going down. It's going down for real. Yeah, it is. It's definitely going down. You made it. Let me see. I made it a little different. That's okay because everybody does. It was so good. I will be making it again. Sylvie R. I tried to tell y'all. I hope y'all didn't think I was playing when I was, getting all hyped up when I had tasted it. And everybody makes it different. I like a little spice. So that sauce that I put in there, the paste, you may not like that because it is a little spicy. Not a little, it's spicy. If you're not careful with it, it's spicy. But I like it. Me, you may not. So you don't have to do that. I've seen people make it so many different ways online. I just liked that version. So that's the version I kind of went with. And I tweaked it a little bit to my liking because that's what you're supposed to do, right? But y'all, I love it. And if you don't like salmon, don't put it in there. If you like tuna or something like that, you can put it in there. If you don't want no meat in there, don't do it. It could just be all veggie. You can add other veggies in there. Most people put onions in theirs. Y'all know that wasn't going in mine. But most people put onions in theirs. And for those who are new, because I know some of y'all new on here tonight, I don't like onions. I like the flavor of onions, but not the texture of onions. So I don't eat onions. I will powder them and I can do onion powder, but I don't like the texture, so I don't eat onions. So that's why I don't go in my dish. But a lot of people put onions in theirs. And if I ate onions, it probably would too, because it'd be looking good, but I don't like onions. So I know there's different ways to do it. I'm glad you liked it, Sylvia. I'm glad you tried it. I've only made apple butters with fresh. Continue to do so, ma'am. Continue to do so, precious, because that's the best way to have it. Continue to do so. Hey, Barb Brownlee, how you doing? Happy Friday. I just cut down a pine tree and already thinking of building a 2-tier. I know that's right. Look, out with the old and with the new for some 5-gallon buckets. I know that's right. Y'all know, see, somebody told me before I have a story for everything, but I do. I was literally just talking to somebody. It might have been Carmen if she's in the bushes. I think it was Carmen. I don't remember, but I think it was. And I have 4. No, it wasn't. It was Tixie. I have 4 bushes on the side of my house. And they're really pretty. Like hedges, not bushes, hedges. They're like this Japanese bush hedge thing. One is like a purpley color and one is green. But they're really pretty during the season and whatnot. But I don't want that. I want food over there. So I was like, I know to get that all the way up out the ground is a lot. I won't be able to do it. So we were talking about that. I said, but I still want them gone. I want to plant food over there. So I'm gonna figure it out. I think what I'm gonna do is get it low as I can and just had a little stump that's gonna be stuck there. And yeah, I want food growing over there. I mean, why do we want pine trees and we don't want that stuff anymore? Y'all talking quickly because I was almost caught up and now it's done gapped again. Hey Jigs, how you doing? Happy Friday. Make smoothies. Thank you, Big Dog Rich. That is a good idea. I do make fruit smoothies. And that would be a great. I have some frozen bananas as well because I had some bananas that were going to go bad. And I froze them. And my thought when I froze them was like, oh, I could just make some banana bread later. We'll see. But I'm not going to use all of it for smoothies. I have a lot. I want some other stuff. But that's a great idea. Seriously. I would do that. Maybe I'll try. Well, we'll see. Because I was like thinking to myself, maybe I'll try to do like a peach sorbet or ice cream or something. We'll see. I don't know. Consulted. Oh, Cheryl T. Girl, don't come up in here acting like you know me. Don't come up in here acting like you know me. Because yes. Because yes. She said canned salted caramel peach sauce for cobbler. Girl, got the recipe from Homestead Heart. I follow Homestead. I follow Mr. and Mrs. H. So I'm gonna have to head over there because why you what? Yes, because yes, that's happening. What? I have never heard, but yes, 1,000. And I ain't even a cobbler person. I'm not gonna use it for that because it can't be the only thing I can use it for. But we gonna do that. Oh yeah, thank you. Because yes. Now that Miss Cheryl, because Miss Cheryl is saying the cobblers and stuff too. I know it can be used for that, but I'm not a big peach pie, peach cobbler person. That's the reason why when they were fresh, in August, I think of last year, Tia and Lydia were here, and Tia made a peach cobbler with some of the fresh ones. But I'm not a big pie person, but yes, because that's happening. What? Girl, stop playing with me. You just spoke to my soul. I already did jelly. I made peach jelly with the skin from the peaches when I peeled them. So I boiled the skin down and got all the juice out and made a peach jelly. So yeah. Marinade. Okay, Hudson. That's going in the list too. Thank you. Okay. Cause y'all know I got some peaches, but those gonna get ate. I ain't gonna lie. Them peaches that's growing outside and they getting bigger. But I like that. Thank y'all. Seriously. I am serious because this is going down. Peach preserves. I've done was it peach though? I think I did do a peach marmalade that I still have some of. I have peach butter. I have peach jelly. Peach salsa, like I said, peach barbecue sauce. I think that might be it that I can think of off the top of my head. You got some ooh, really, Flossin? Did you make it yourself? Now see, you over there cutting up some apple pie shine. Okay. Okay. Hey, Odom. How you doing, fam? Happy Friday. Peach cobbler, peach jam, peach ice cream. See, I was thinking about the peach ice cream. Odom, don't you starting to? I seriously was. I don't know how to make ice cream, but I would look into it. I will definitely look into it. And my brain is saying heavy cream, maybe the peaches, cinnamon stuff, some sugar. I don't know. That's what my brain said. I could be all wrong, but I don't know. Ooh, y'all cutting up. Now Mommy Shirley says she made some peach brandy. Ooh, y'all cutting up. How you make peach wine? I ain't never made it. But you could, I guess you would just ferment it because don't, when you ferment for kombucha, if you keep fermenting it, doesn't it turn into wine? Y'all tell me. Or is it beer? It's one of the two. Hey Mary Ellen, how you doing? Happy Friday. Um 30 pepper. Oh, 50 pepper plants. Yes, I did. I have about 10 to 15 going. That now, mind you, Precious, that was hot and sweet. It was more hot than sweet, but it was both. But girl, it got out of hand. We didn't do it this year, but it got out of hand last year. Dehydrate your peaches, add them to your oat. Okay, let me, because y'all know my memory. I like that. I be forgetting stuff. So let me write down all these ones that I'm like, yes to, because yes. So I need to go on Homestead Heart and get that recipe for the it ain't gonna be for yeah, my body trying to fall out. For the it's not gonna be for pie, but we could use it for other stuff. The salted caramel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I'm playing. I like that idea of dehydrating it. I like that. I'm writing down all these that I said yes to. What was the other one? See, that's why I told y'all my brain. It was the salted caramel. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna have to go back and watch the chat because I want that. I was the third one that I said after I saw the salted caramel that I was like yes to. Marinade. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I was gonna remember. That's why I'm glad I started writing it down. My grandmother used to make it when it was really Gina make peach preserves. I've done that. Dehydrate the peaches. Peach crisp. Oh yeah, I'm not a fan, but I know what you mean. Peach yogurt. I would like that. Or peach ice cream. I'm definitely not. One reason I ain't write down the ice cream, I ain't gonna forget that one. I ain't gonna forget that one. And I don't even eat ice cream often, but that sounds good to me. I'm trying to get a juicer for Father's Day. Really, Pepper Rookie? That's awesome. I know that's coming. You are going to love it. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner, how you doing? Happy Friday. I know lots of people who don't like onions. Meat, there's a lot of them on here. I was like, it keep growing. I'm like, wow, I didn't know so many of us did not like it. I'm just not one of them. I know that's right. Give me all the onion. I know that's right, Mike. Post free shrubs. What? Wait a minute. I'm gonna talk to you later, Mama Shirley. I need clarification. I got questions. Hold up now. I sell pine trees. You sell pine trees? I don't want any. But what? Yeah, I don't want any. No, your leaf stump is coming back. No, I got other ones that didn't. Or the stump was left. You sure? I have other ones. Back in the bushes, start more seeds to put in. Okay. Just told my hubby to please be quiet while I'm listening to you talk. I'm trying to eat. Miss Nita, don't get me in trouble. Miss H do. I love them. It would change your life. Cheryl T. Girl, I'm doing it. But I'm gonna be fussing at you every time I eat it. I like to freeze fresh peaches and then pour milk over them. I don't like milk. I would do oat milk, but I don't like regular milk. Not that it doesn't like me. Never had. So there we are. Oh, 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 Big Dog Red, y'all be some troublemakers. I ain't even gonna put my sis out there like that. Heavy cream, happy hat peaches, maybe a little sugar. I make ice cream all the time. And I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, Precious, but my brain was saying heavy cream probably will work in making ice cream. Why it went there, I don't know. That's why I was like, I don't know. I could be just talking crazy. It could not be that. Precious, why you give me the recipe? I am going to do so, and I'm gonna share it with y'all because misery loves company. Because misery loves company. Y'all gonna get these hips just like me, okay? Sylvia, girl, they give us some good ones. I appreciate y'all. Seriously, you have no idea. Add peaches to oatmeal. I am on that because that idea of dehydrating it to add in the flavor in, and also I will add like peaches into it. And I love oatmeal. I am one of those people. I like oatmeal. I do. Um, I'm not big on candy yams. I will eat them, but I'm not big on it. Oh, like a roast, like how you would do a ham with pineapples. Mm, okay, I could see that. Dehydrate peaches make a peach salt. What would you use it for? Tell me, Q. Hudson, let me know what you would use that for. Mama Shirley. Picture of peach daiquiri. Lydia put some of them peaches in something that she made when she was here. She made up a drink. She blended some and then she actually put some whole pieces of it in there. They did a whole thing. We was live when she was showing it. It was her birthday live. Yeah, she did a whole thing with them peaches. But y'all know I don't really drink. I will have a drink every now and again, but I don't really drink, y'all. So somebody I watch makes jalapeno sauce. I'm going to try to make my own. Nice. I never thought of doing that. Even when hey God's desire for me. How you doing, sis? Happy Friday. You been in them bushes. I appreciate you though. Peach pepper sauce. Instead of a now, okay. Let me tell you what I do. But I like that because I do something that I don't probably need to do and probably could do the sauce instead. So when my pepper jellies, some of them, so my watermelon pepper jelly, peach pepper jelly, I will like when I make certain things, I will melt some down and toss it in there. So I toss it in wings, toss that as a sauce for wings. And I also like it on meatballs, both of them. It is delicious. So I can definitely see that as doing it as a sauce instead of making a jelly and having to melt it down. It could already be a sauce. I like that. I like that. That's a good idea, especially considering I'm already doing a version of that somewhat. Freeze blended peaches or any fruit into cubes for drinks later. Okay. I'm buying me an ice cream maker. Sylvia, I got a what is that thing called? The one that makes fruit desserts. It ain't really ice cream, but you take your fruit and it does something. I never took it out the box. I had to have it. And one of my friends on Instagram got it for me as a birthday gift. She was um, one of my fitness friends on that I met on Instagram, and I mentioned that I wanted it, and all of a sudden it showed up at my house, and I was like, "Did I accidentally order this?" And I'm looking at my Amazon account, and I'm like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, "Who sent me this?" And it was her. But yeah, that was many years ago, like over 5 years ago, and I've never taken it out the box. I'm terrible. We only eat homemade ice cream. Listen, I ain't really mad at you, Precious. I'm glad you shared it. I'm not, that's not, that wasn't real anger. And I love it. And I also have some cherries that I froze from my tree last year and some blueberries that I froze from last year. Now, the blueberries, I have been thinking about cooking them down and making me, at last, it was the last year, a couple years ago, I made a blueberry syrup on accident. I was trying to make a jam, and it didn't. I didn't use enough pectin because blueberries are supposed to have natural pectin, so I didn't put that much in there, and it didn't gel up as a jam. It was syrupy, and I was like, it was. I was like, I should use that syrup. Um, so I did, and it was perfect. So this time I'm going to intentionally do that with the blueberries, but the cherries, I don't know what I want to do with that yet. I must be much older than you. I grew up with milk straight from the dairy, had to get up early and bring, no. I think my mama had those bottles though. You're not probably much older than me. I mean, if you're much older than 30, then maybe. I'm not 30. But I want, it sounds good, but my body tells me every day you're not. But I'm 48. So if you're much older than 48, but I don't remember milk bottles, so that's not a part of my childhood that I remember. Oh, veggie girl. Just in case y'all missed it, I need everybody. Yes, yes, I'm doing that because yes, put that just drip. Make oatmeal good again. I like oatmeal anyway, but girl, that sounds amazing. I think that's going to happen. Put peaches, nutmeg, cinnamon, butter, and a little milk and oat milk. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing, Big Dog Reg. That sounds amazing. Look, Sylvia is like, veggie. Y'all need to. Woo! Child. What about grilled peaches? I never had them, but I've heard people talk about them and say they were good. Even pineapple, I think, and mango, they grill. I've never grilled fruit. Watermelon, I've even seen people grill. I've never grilled fruit. So I don't know. I don't usually like, that's why I don't like pies and stuff. I don't really like my fruit cooked in that way. Now, if it's in a way that it's like I said, the syrup or something, that's different. But as like I don't know why. Because of the texture change, I prefer it fresh. Like an apple, I prefer a fresh apple. Um, Although I did like the apple pie, I made it as a jelly. I did like that. I will have it on biscuits every now and again. Um, but those are things I don't eat a whole lot of. I'm not big, like that's why I'm not a big sandwich eater. I'm just not big on breads as much. Um, my carb of choice most times is a potato, and I can eat potatoes all the time. Could you imagine? Oh, I just had a moment. That salted caramel peach sauce over a sweet potato with a little butter. That might have been a slight foodgasm. Right. Veggie said, I'm so happy right now. Y'all, over a sweet potato, and I'm growing sweet potato. Y'all better stop playing with me. How did we get here? Oh my gosh. That's happening. Grand kosher salt with with pepper powder, garlic, onion. Oh yeah, for pepper salt. I like that. Blueberry syrup is amazing. I do that. Like take your blueberries that you grow and just slowly let them blister down, cook down, add some sugar. I did it like I was making a jam. I used the ball recipe, I think, the ball book recipe. And because it's supposed like some fruits have a natural pectin, so you shouldn't have they claim you shouldn't have to add any pectin. So it didn't gel up. And it I use it as a syrup. I was like, fine, I'll just use it as syrup. Yes, peach syrup will work as well. That would. I could do that as well. You're older than me, Miss Native. Are y'all trying to make me feel like I'm young? Because this body don't. Blueberry syrup on pancakes. Uh-huh. Hey Angela, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hey Pescatarian, how you doing, sis? Happy Friday. I saw you got a big announcement coming. Mm-hmm. You're gonna keep us on edge. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, sis. You ain't never grilled. I haven't blossomed. I haven't. I'm willing to try it though. To me, grilling it is not as to me in my mind, grilling it would make such a drastic change to it as much as making it into like a pie or something, like you would do with some fruits. So I'm willing to try it. I'm definitely willing to try it. Just put the grill marks so it's not soft. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It won't change the texture. You just kind of get the grill marks. I'm willing to try it. Absolutely. Right, Urban. It's getting wild up in here. As they say, so good you'll slap your mama with that part. Yo, it got real on some crush. I see I don't like the pecans or I don't like nuts on my food either or in my food. I can eat them. I don't like pecans though and walnuts, but I don't like how people put them in desserts and stuff. But I know if you do, that's perfect. Sweet potato. Sylvia, it's getting real. That salt is going down. I will be at Mrs. H house like open where's the video? Don't hide it from me. I heard it's over here. Where is the video? I need that recipe. It's happening. Miss Nate said, no clue how we got here, but I'm happy we did. We started out with trying to figure out, well, me discussing how I preserve some stuff, to me trying to find out how to preserve these peaches, to me now being hungry because it is getting real. It's getting real. We're making you hungry. And toast those. Ooh, y'all. I know, Peppa. I'm just a babe over here. I'm just a babe. Just a young thing. Who wait to I ain't Peppa Rookie. I ain't waiting till Thanksgiving. That sweet potato gonna come out that yard cleaned up, and the sauce already gonna be ready. Cause what? Most of my fruit and the trees are still young. I can't wait. I know that's right. I know that's right. Until then, I'll store apples and peaches. Yes, that's why I want to try to find me like an orchard or something to get some fresh apples. I have to wait till then. All this sugar I can't eat. I don't eat a lot of it, but I want to have it for when I want it because I do have it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not big. That's not my kryptonite. Sugary stuff. I caught up, y'all. Finally. That sauce needs at least say that 6 jars. Gita been in here clowning. She took the basement. Rose fish. I had to ask whenever stop. There you rep in back. Stop it. Y'all be cutting up. Y'all be cutting up. I'm trying to think of what else I grow. Now my celery, I will dehydrate that and make my own celery powder. I don't add salt to it. I just use it as a powder. And I have some already that I powdered up and passed, but I will do that. And some of it I will use fresh, and then some of it I will chop up and freeze for later use, just like I do the peppers and onions. And I'm trying to think of other things that I preserve. I have not preserved collards or kale yet, but I am growing a lot more this year. So I do plan on doing that. Maybe even cabbage. I have always never grown too many cabbages because I knew I couldn't eat them that fast. And then I saw some videos on how people were preserving them, and I was like, I can preserve it so I can grow more. So that, I'm looking into doing that. Y'all acting up. Y'all acting up. Thank you, fam. That ain't enough to free them. I love using Russian red kale to make kale chips. Nice. I didn't grow that one. I am growing the blue curly. I dropped seeds for all of them except for the Glaciato. But the red didn't germinate. And I only got one blue curly, and the rest of them are the scarlet, which is my favorite. But I like the blue curly too. It's my first time having it. I like it. I have harvested from all of my kale plants twice, and I've harvested from collards once. Yep. So don't laugh at them, Pepper. They're terrible, terrible people. But what else do you grow what are you growing that you will preserve? Um, my onions, y'all know I do a lot of onion powder with it. I am sad right now because I'm out of onion powder, but I dehydrate my onions, a lot of them. And I mean, all of it, the bulb and the green of it. And I post it into a powder and I keep it in a jar. And I am out, and I have been sad ever since. And then I do freeze some for cooking. I do cook with it because I do, even things that I don't eat, I will cook. So when I have people visit or come by, like when Tia and Lydia are here, they like onions. So there's onions for them to cook with for whatever dishes that we're making. So okra, I am growing okra, and I want to try pickling it. I want to try pickled okra. Hmm. Who has done that? But that's something I want to do. I love the lacinato kale, but the only reason why I didn't grow it this year is because I've done it so many times in the past. So I wanted to try some other ones. That's why I did the blue curly and the red Russian. But yes, ma'am. And I have seeds. I love it. I love it. It's your favorite, in my opinion, in comparison to others, is the less bitter. I think the scarlet is less bitter. I love it, but that's, maybe I'm impartial, but it's my favorite. You said I heard okra. I will be making some onion powder with a batch of onions. I put the first batch in the freezer. I don't know. My eggplant did germinate. Veggie, thank you, sis. They are tiny, tiny babies, but it did germinate. I think I have 3 out there. 3 plants. 2 of them are 2 seeds that came up in the same spot. But that's okay, because I will pull them apart after they get a little life to them, get a little bigger, and have 3 plants total. So yes. You dropping a whole pack of them, of the lacinato kale. I know that's right. But I don't know. I know Lydia's canned it before. I don't know that I would want to do that. This is my first time having eggplant, so look, I'm going to be eating it fresh from the beginning. I mean, making recipe or whatever I do with it is going to be from the fresh version of it. So I don't know. I don't know who has preserved eggplant. I took the seeds from my bunch of chives and dropped them. I did a bunch of that too. Them seeds, very place I could think yep, it was time to expand. Is it? She said pickled okra is amazing. You can use a basic brine to your taste. Thank you, Cheryl T. I want to try it. Can't do many greens until late summer. Okay. Mine has been growing for a while. My eggplants are doing great. Excited about my Casper eggplant. Do you preserve it, pescatarian? So made eggplant parmesan. Amazing. Nice. Nice. I can't wait to try it. I have never had it. So I am growing, is it Bianca? I think it's the Bianca is what it was. Eggplant. No, it's not. Is it? Tell me, Becky. That okay, it is. It's the Rosa Bianca. Okay, because I was like, why is an R coming in my head when I'm thinking of it? It's Rosa Bianca. That's it. I was like, I feel like it was Rosa. That's what I got. Yes, I got the Rosa Bianca. Yes, ma'am. I have some pickle brine and okra. Ew, it's starting to flower. Mine are still babies. I'm behind y'all big time on growing. I am behind y'all big time. Eggplants aren't easy to preserve. I just eat them fresh. Sometimes I cook them and then freeze them after I've cooked them. Okay, but they are best fresh. I love okra anyway. You can fix it. Nice. I blanch or freeze my eggplant to make casserole. Some things are just meant to eat fresh. Same thing as Precious said. So if you can, eat it fresh. If not, you got some options. Yep, they saying the same thing. I want to try growing some greens inside for summer. Nice. I love greens. You could cook it and freeze it, but fresh did not do well for you. Oh, you didn't like it fresh. Interesting. I haven't preserved it yet, but I planted a ton of it, so I have some to preserve. Okay. Yes, Rosa Bianca. Look, I knew it had something more to Bianca in it. I was like, it's Bianca. No, is it? You're right, Rosa Bianca. I have to go, but I enjoyed you, Precious. Thank you for stopping in and helping, giving me some ideas. And yes, ice cream. Yes, and don't be shocked if I like reach out. Don't be shocked, girl. But get that work done. Do what you gotta do. Hey, Flo, how you doing? Happy Friday. I think green beans are better now. Are better raw. I like them both ways. Have you pickled? Have you done the dilly beans? Amazing. Why didn't nobody tell me this? I tried them last year. I was like, y'all play too. I will be having more dilly beans. Those things are delicious. That's a delicious snack. Yes. Yes on dilly beans, which is just pickled green beans, y'all. Freezing it fresh without cooking did not do well. Okay. I see what you mean. Hey Shanna, how you doing, sis? Countdown. Count down. I have to try. You have to, Sylvia. You have to. Because I'm telling you. Mm, mm, yum. Very good. That is a very good snack. And it's just pickled green beans. So you don't have to feel guilty about it. Like it's like having a cucumber, I mean, a pickle, which is this pickled cucumber. But they green beans stay crunchy. So that, I mean, it's, oh, You like the fermented version better than vinegar? I haven't tried a fermented. Maybe I need to try that. I pickled a lot last year, but not the green beans on my list now. Okay. But clearly you like them because you pickled a lot. They so good. So good. I had them in a bar. Okay, so you know. Okay. No, not deli beans. Dilly, Dilly, dilly beans. So basically, um, it's a pickled green bean. So it's just a green bean and a pickling brine. Cheryl T. Cheryl T. So good. I'm telling you, so good. And basically, that's all it is. Like the same way you would do your cucumbers for pickles, you could do dilly beans. And then Miss Cheryl said you could ferment them. I've never fermented anything other than making my kombucha. Can you mash green beans when you're cooking them? I'm sure. I mean, absolutely you can because that's baby food is made for. I made my grandson's baby food from just taking fresh foods and mash and blending them to mash them up. So I did green beans, I did sweet potato, I did bananas, whatever I made all his foods. I didn't do that for my own kids, but if I knew better, I would do better. I didn't know those. I wasn't there when I had them, but when I had my grandson, I was. So he never had the store bought jar foods. I would make enough. I would freeze them in ice trays, and then she would just have to take it out, let it thaw, and have fresh foods. Um. Oh, I went the wrong way. Sorry, y'all. I'm like, what? Um. Have you tried? Oh, wait a minute. Fresh fried green beans? I have not. I have not. I have vinegar to pickled eggs. Yes, I've done pickled eggs. Oh, and then you just may as well add the green beans. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I like pickled eggs though. When I have an egg. I'm not big. I don't have eggs a lot. If I had chickens, I probably would have them more. But yeah. I haven't had the fried green beans though. I don't think I've ever had that. Hmm. It is the best way to feed your baby. Like I said, if I knew better when I've had mine, I would have done better, but that I wasn't there yet. So I can mash green beans and season them, freeze dry. Yep. 1 gallon of long yard beans in my freezer. I'm going to pickle them. Yes. Pickle them. They are so good. I'm gonna have to look, I'm gonna have to try fried green beans. I've never had them. Never had them. I have post veggies and put in different dishes. Yep, because they don't eat veggies. No, I don't. Didn't tell them. I do that with my youngest. She's a texture kid, so um, oh, smoke them, yes. But she's a texture kid, so I don't know what's going on with this dress. Um, so I will blend up some veggies like for when I'm making meatloaf or meatballs or something, and she'll and it helped to me honestly. It just makes your stuff more juicy, the meatballs and the meatloaf, in my opinion. So yeah, in my opinion, and the kids don't know they eating them veggies. Now she'll eat veggies like green beans, broccoli, stuff like that. But I mean like stuff like onions, peppers, carrots, stuff like that. I blend those things up. But yeah. Yeah, I caught up again. And we almost at 2 hours. So y'all know it's time to wrap it up because girl ain't ate. And we done talked about all kind of food. And I hope that I wasn't the only one that took something away from this conversation. Because listen, I wrote down some things. And if y'all think I'm playing, when y'all see the video drop, y'all gonna be like, oh, she wasn't. I ain't. I am not playing. I am definitely going to be having these things on hand. I'm gonna be matter of fact, I think I should get those peaches taken care of before I start doing harvest for this season. So I ain't got to worry about them. We gonna do that. I promise y'all, y'all gonna see these videos. I promise y'all. So if I'm hearing you this correct, Gina, you like your meatballs juicy. Bam, you get on my nerves, but yes. I don't know yet. I'm thinking, I don't know. I was thinking Thai. I don't know though. But I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking Thai. I have a taste for I think I want Thai food. Don't be judging me. But I don't know for sure. I have gotten a lot of good ideas. Great, Cheryl. Um, I I 100 a lot from this. God, I appreciate that. Got a lot of this. Great ideas. Share tonight. Great. Y'all did. I really do appreciate. Cheryl T, before you leave, please, before you leave, do you do content on your channel? And if so, because I don't think I've seen anybody do it tonight. But if so, type GVG, G is in George, V is in Victor, G is in George, in the chat, and it will drop your channel link so we could come check you out. So please do if you have content over on your channel so we can come check you out. Thank you, Miss Native. Just like Miss Native did. We have fried rice omelet for dinner. Nice. Nice. Y'all go topics. I don't. I should, but I don't. Ooh, fish sounds good too. I ain't cooking none though. But fish don't sound bad. Miss Cheryl, you know what? You lucky you live where you live. Because if you was close to me, you would be kidding. You'd be like, yeah, you be on this thing talking about me. Y'all done had to kick Gina out of my house. She keep coming over here looking for a plate. Because Miss Cheryl be over there cooking. And I'm not playing. I just posted my perfect. Awesome. So did you type GVG? Type it on up, girl. So we can come check you out. Stop playing. Go ahead and hit it. Don't be afraid. This is family over here. Go ahead and type that GVG in the chat so we can come check you out. I'm going to wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. Don't be having me wait forever, though. Thank you, Analytic. I appreciate you, sis. Miss Cheryl B. Cooking Pepper. Thank you, Cheryl T. Y'all go hit that link and check her out. She dropped her first video. Let's go check her out. See what's happening over there and support. My neighbor caught a huge, what is that? What is a garfish? A couple of days ago. They sent us some. Nice. That's on my bucket list, Miss Native. And not even being funny. I was just telling Carbon Q that earlier. On my bucket list is to learn how to fish. Because they say teach a man to fish. He'll never go hungry. Listen. Thank you, Shannon. I'm gonna see you, girl. Save my hugs. I'm gonna see you. Miss Cheryl, we look, I ain't just talking. Miss Cheryl B. Cooking. She taught me how to make homemade bread, homemade white bread, and homemade cinnamon rolls. We made them together. I took all her day, but she did it. Hey, GT, hey, you been in them bushes. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. I know that's right. I know that's right, Shanna. I appreciate you. We look, you like me. I've been counting down too, girl. Listen. And you said you sent me a DM. I didn't get a DM from you. I looked yesterday. See, I want to learn how to, Miss Native. So I hope everybody got a chance to type on Cheryl T. I see a lot of y'all saying I appreciate y'all. Y'all know we got to support. I'll be over there, Cheryl. I'll be over there check you out, sis. In the bushes. All right, TLC. I see you, sis. I appreciate you bringing in groceries. And in the garden. I appreciate you, sis. So everybody have a good one. Y'all have a good weekend. Let me see. What's this Friday? Y'all know. Well, I don't know. I think regular guy is going live tonight. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know, Urban, if you still in here, will you be live tomorrow? I think Urban is kind of still on break, and that's okay. Who else? Oh, Auntie El. No, yeah, Auntie Ellen goes live tomorrow at like 4 o'clock, I think, my time, which is Eastern. I think Auntie is a hour behind me, but I don't even know if she's home or in Arizona, so she could be different. But about 4 o'clock Eastern time, and I'm trying to make sure. You ever come East Virginia? Let's go fishing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jakes, you still in here? I appreciate you. You have a safe and blessed one too, Fifi. Fifi over there doing her thing. I'll be like, girl, I love it. Fifi ain't playing with y'all. She already wasn't, and she really, really ain't. She is over there doing her thing. I'm so proud of you, girl. Because I be seeing she's still in Arizona. Okay. I should have known because usually I talk to her almost every week, and me and her haven't talked this week. So she's loving on her family. I appreciate you, pescatarian. So you be kicking me in the we don't be kicking you to the curb. Stop playing, sir. You the honey slinger. How could we? How could we? We can't. But everyone have a good one. I'm going to light up my grill. Mr. BS, why you keep doing this to me? What? Why? Last time you didn't want to give me a steak. Now you firing up the grill. I cannot. You do go to town, sis. You are serious about it, and I love watching it because you be keeping me going. I'd be like, if I had the space, I would definitely already had chickens for sure. And I'm still, even with me not really having it, it ain't out the question yet. I mean, out the conversation yet. It's still up for debate. I promise you. I was literally just looking at a chicken coop last weekend. I'm just trying to figure it out. Not even being funny. But good night, everybody. I really appreciate y'all. And Fifi be out here fishing too. That's why I was like, that's what made me think like this is need to be on my bucket list because I've always been saying it for a while, and then I saw that I was like, I need to know how to fish. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up because I'll just keep talking. Y'all have a good one. Have a great weekend. Love you all, and don't be see you be playing me, Mr. BS. I saw what you said. But y'all get them chickens. I know, but y'all have a good weekend, and I'm gonna see y'all in these streets here and there because y'all know I ain't in here as heavy as I had been, but I'm gonna get back. It's just busy. I'm in the morning. I'll be at the community garden, and getting stuff done. So it's just busy right now because we're just now getting into the season, and y'all already well into it. So next week is supposed to be finally warmer for us, but things are just slow going right now. Outside of the brassicas, ain't nothing happening much, and some strawberries. So I will see y'all. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.